The Phantom's Grasp. Once upon a time, in the quaint town of Willowbrook, where cobblestone streets twisted and turned around centuries-old buildings, there stood an ancient mansion at the outskirts known to the locals as Thornwood Manor. The mansion had a reputation that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who dared to speak its name. It was said that Thornwood Manor was haunted by a sinister presence known only as the Phantom. Lily, a young woman with a passion for history and a keen interest in the supernatural, had always been fascinated by Thornwood Manor. Unlike the other townspeople, who kept their distance from the mansion, Lily felt an inexplicable draw towards it. Her grandmother had once lived in Willowbrook and had shared stories of the manor, tales of ghostly apparitions, unexplained noises, and a chilling, spectral figure that roamed its halls. One crisp autumn morning, driven by a burning curiosity and armed with her grandmother's old journal, Lily decided to explore Thornwood Manor. She packed a backpack with essentials: a flashlight, a notebook, some snacks, and a camera, hoping to uncover the truth behind the legends that had captivated her for so long. As she approached the mansion, the air grew colder and an eerie silence settled around her. The iron gates of Thornwood Manor creaked open with a haunting wail, as if protesting her entry. The overgrown garden, once a beautiful landscape, was now a tangle of weeds and thorny bushes. Lily made her way to the front door, her footsteps crunching on the gravel path. The heavy oak door groaned as she pushed it open, revealing a grand foyer shrouded in darkness. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of dust and decay. Cobwebs adorned the corners of the ceiling, and faded portraits of stern-faced ancestors lined the walls. Lily's flashlight beam danced across the room, casting long shadows that seemed to move on their own. She felt a chill run down her spine but pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of Thornwood Manor. As she explored the mansion, she discovered room after room filled with relics of a bygone era: antique furniture covered in white sheets, crystal chandeliers caked with dust, and shelves lined with yellowed books. But it was the library that truly captivated her. The room was enormous, with towering bookshelves that reached the ceiling and a massive fireplace at one end. It was here that she felt the first palpable sense of the Phantom's presence. Lily opened her grandmother's journal and began to read the entries about Thornwood Manor. Her grandmother had been a housemaid at the mansion in her youth and had witnessed strange occurrences: whispering voices, flickering lights, and a cold, oppressive presence that seemed to follow her through the halls. One entry, in particular, caught Lily's eye. October 13, 1923. I saw him again tonight, the Phantom. He stood at the foot of my bed, his eyes burning with an unearthly light. He reached out to me, and I felt his grasp cold as death itself. I fear what he wants, and why he cannot find peace. As Lily read the words, she felt a shiver run down her spine. The Phantom, it seemed, was no mere legend. Determined to uncover more, she delved deeper into the journal, piecing together her grandmother's experiences and the history of the mansion. Rumors circulated that he had dabbled in dark arts, seeking to communicate with the dead. As the sun set and darkness enveloped the mansion, Lily decided to take a break. She found a dusty armchair near the fireplace and sat down, her mind racing with the revelations she had uncovered. The wind howled outside, and the branches of the old oak trees scratched against the windows like skeletal fingers. Suddenly, the temperature in the room plummeted, and Lily could see her breath misting in the air. She felt a presence behind her, a cold, oppressive force that made her skin crawl. Slowly, she turned around, and there, in the shadows, she saw him, the Phantom. He was tall and gaunt, his figure shrouded in a tattered cloak, that seemed to merge with the darkness around him. His eyes glowed with an eerie, spectral light, and his face was a mask of sorrow and rage. He reached out a skeletal hand towards Lily, and she felt a cold grip tightening around her heart. Frozen with fear, Lily watched as the phantom stepped closer, his presence filling the room with a palpable sense of dread. She remembered her grandmother's words. "He reached out to me, and I felt his grasp cold as death itself." The phantom's hand hovered just inches from Lily's face, and she felt an icy chill seep into her bones. She wanted to run, to scream, but she was rooted to the spot, unable to move or make a sound. The phantom's eyes bored into hers, filled with a sorrow that seemed to transcend time. "Who are you?" Lily managed to whisper, her voice trembling. The phantom's lips moved, but no sound emerged. Instead, a flood of images filled Lily's mind, fragments of memories that weren't her own. She saw glimpses of Charles Thornwood, hunched over ancient tomes, surrounded by strange symbols and flickering candles. She saw the mansion in its glory days, filled with life and laughter, and then, slowly, she saw it fall into darkness and decay. The final image was the most chilling of all. Charles Thornwood standing in front of a mirror, his eyes filled with desperation, as he recited an incantation. A flash of light, a scream, and then darkness. The phantom was not just a ghost. He was Charles Thornwood, trapped between worlds, a victim of his own dark ambitions. Lily's heart ached for the tortured soul before her. She knew she had to help him find peace. Summoning her courage, she reached out and touched the phantom's hand. It was cold and insubstantial, like touching a wisp of smoke. "I will help you," she said softly. "I will help you find peace." The phantom's eyes softened, and the oppressive weight in the room lifted slightly. Lily knew what she had to do. She needed to find the mirror and the incantation that had trapped Charles Thornwood in this ghostly form. Armed with new determination, Lily set off through the mansion, her footsteps echoing in the empty halls. She searched room after room, guided by the phantom's silent presence. At last, she found it a grand bedroom with an ornate mirror standing against the far wall. The air in the room was thick with the lingering energy of the past. Lily approached the mirror, her reflection staring back at her with wide, determined eyes. She took a deep breath and opened her grandmother's journal to the last page. There, written in shaky handwriting, was the incantation she needed to free the soul trapped in this glass. "Speak these words and let the past be past." Lily read the incantation aloud, her voice strong and clear. As she finished the final words, the mirror began to shimmer and glow. The phantom appeared beside her, his form becoming more transparent with each passing second. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice like a sigh on the wind. The mirror shattered with a brilliant flash of light, and the phantom was gone. The room was silent once more, but the oppressive weight had lifted. Lily knew that Charles Thornwood had finally found peace. Exhausted but triumphant, Lily made her way back to the grand foyer. As she stepped outside, the first rays of dawn were breaking over the horizon. She felt a sense of fulfillment and peace, knowing that she had helped a tortured soul find rest. The townspeople of Willowbrook would never know the full story of what had happened at Thornwood Manor, but they sensed the change. The oppressive aura that had surrounded the mansion for so long was gone, replaced by a sense of quiet tranquility. Lily returned to her everyday life, but she never forgot the phantom or the promise she had made. She continued to explore and document the supernatural, always guided by the memory of her encounter with Charles Thornwood. And every now and then she would return to Thornwood Manor, standing in the quiet, empty halls and listening for the whispers of the past. As the years passed, Lily's experiences at Thornwood Manor became the cornerstone of her career as a historian and paranormal investigator. Her reputation grew, and she became known for her ability to uncover the truth behind the most haunted and mysterious locations. The story of the Phantom and Thornwood Manor became one of her most famous cases, attracting both skeptics and believers who were eager to hear her tale. Despite her success, Lily remained humble and dedicated to her work. She traveled far and wide, exploring old castles, forgotten ruins, and eerie abandoned houses, always seeking the truth behind the legends. She met others like her, those who were drawn to the supernatural and the unknown. Together, they formed a close-knit community, sharing their findings and supporting each other in their quest for knowledge. Yet, no matter how far her travels took her, Lily always felt a deep connection to Thornwood Manor. It was there that she had first encountered the paranormal, and it was there that she had made a promise to a tortured soul. She visited the mansion regularly, maintaining its grounds and preserving its history. The townspeople of Willowbrook came to respect her dedication, and Thornwood Manor became a place of curiosity and reverence rather than fear. One crisp autumn morning, many years after her first encounter with the Phantom, Lily received a letter from a young woman named Emma. The letter was filled with admiration for Lily's work and a plea for help. Emma wrote about her own experiences with the supernatural and her desire to learn from Lily. Intrigued, Lily invited Emma to visit Thornwood Manor, hoping to mentor the young woman and share her knowledge. Emma arrived at the manor on a blustery afternoon, her eyes wide with awe as she took in the grandeur of the old mansion. She was eager and full of questions, reminding Lily of herself when she had first set foot in the manor. Together, they explored the mansion, Lily recounting her experiences and the history of Thornwood Manor. As they walked through the halls, Lily felt a familiar chill in the air. She paused, sensing the presence of the Phantom once more. Emma noticed her hesitation and looked at her with concern. "Is everything all right?" Emma asked. Lily smiled reassuringly. "Yes, I just felt ... an old friend." To Lily's surprise, the Phantom appeared before them, his form more solid and less sorrowful than before. He looked at Lily with gratitude in his eyes, and she knew that he had come to thank her once again for helping him find peace. Emma gasped in amazement, her eyes wide as she took in the sight of the spectral figure. "You're real," Emma whispered, her voice filled with wonder. The Phantom nodded, his gaze shifting between Lily and Emma. "Thank you, Lily," he said, his voice echoing softly through the room. "You have freed me, and now I am here to guide you both." With that, the Phantom vanished, leaving behind a sense of calm and warmth. Lily turned to Emma, her heart swelling with pride and hope. She knew that Emma had a special gift, and she was determined to help her hone it. Over the next few years, Lily and Emma worked together, exploring the supernatural world and uncovering its secrets. Emma proved to be a quick learner, and her bond with Lily grew stronger with each passing day. They became a formidable team, known for their ability to solve even the most perplexing mysteries. Thornwood Manor became a hub for paranormal research, attracting visitors from all over the world. The once feared mansion was now a place of learning and discovery, its dark history transformed into a beacon of knowledge. Lily's legacy lived on through Emma and the countless others who were inspired by her work. One autumn evening, as the sun set over the horizon, casting a golden glow over Thornwood Manor, Lily stood by the grand fireplace, reflecting on her journey. She had come a long way since that first fateful day, and she had helped many souls find peace. Yet, she knew that her work was far from over. There were still many mysteries to uncover, many stories to be told. Emma joined her by the fireplace, a warm smile on her face. "Thank you, Lily," she said softly. "For everything," Lily returned the smile, her heart filled with gratitude. "It's been an incredible journey, and I'm glad to have you by my side." Together, they looked out at the twilight sky, knowing that the future held endless possibilities. The Phantom's grasp had brought them together, and it had opened the door to a world of wonder and discovery. And as long as there were mysteries to explore and souls to help, Lily and Emma would continue their quest, guided by the whispers of the past and the promise of the future.